All right, welcome back and happy Friday. By now, you should all know how much we love to play games when the news allows. So tonight, another new one, best and worst of the week. We'll go around the horn with our panel as they weigh in on the best and worst stories of the week. So joining me tonight again, our most excellent panel, Don Ma, NTD Senior Business Correspondent, Cindy Drukier, NTD Senior Editor and Producer, and Chris Bob, NTD's Political Correspondent. Chris, let's start with you, actually. What's your best of the week?
Best of the week, Hunter Biden, artist, author, recovery advocate. You know him as the president's son. I know him as America's nephew. He has prospects. He could be running for president. There's actually an article out in the New York Post. Remember the journal that got slandered and censored when they reported his laptop story? That basically says he could be running for president. He's doing a lot. He's on X. He's posting. He's making a name for himself. Some people have called him the MAGA whisperer. I think this is good because it brings back that story of the laptop that everyone seemed to forget, the October surprise. And I think the October surprise could be the name that he assigns his version of MAGA, that or a laptop in every home, the people's nephew, nothing left to leak, something like that. But I think bringing this story back into focus is good for Republicans and it's good for the country. We should learn about what happened.
I hope he wins the Democratic primary and J.D. Vance wins on the Republican side. I would like to see these two together.
All right, Don, what's yours?
Okay, the best news ever is that Taylor Swift officially has written an original song for Toy Story 5. So think about this. This is.
Are you a Swiftie, Don?
I'm not personally a Swiftie, but there's a lot of Swifties.
I like you already.
There's plenty of Swifties out there, and they're going to be so excited. She literally impacts economic growth whenever she has a tour. She's worth $2 billion now, and she's a singer. Think about that. A singer is worth $2 billion. And for anybody who's not going to see Toy Story 5, now they're coming because of her song.
All right.
This one is really delicious. I love it that Senator Rick Scott and Rep. Andy Ogles have proposed an act that would rename the street that the Chinese embassy is on in D.C. to Tiananmen Square Memorial Boulevard. So their official address, it would have to be on all of their memo papers, letters, anything you send to the Chinese embassy would be number 1, Tiananmen Square Memorial Boulevard. I love it.
All right, and I actually have one as well. So if you ever want to drink beer like a founding father, the New York Public Library is bringing back George Washington's personal beer recipe to celebrate 250. So this is from a page of his personal military notebook from 1757. You can find the recipe online at the New York Public Library, or if you would like an easier way, they're partnering with Talea, which has a new brew called Liberty Lager, and you can get it there. So you can drink to freedom.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the worst of the week. Well, now you can party like a founding father. Let's do the worst. I'll kick it off, actually. So NASA told astronauts on the International Space Station to shelter during an air leak. So they told the 5 astronauts to go to the SpaceX Dragon shuttle, which is basically like a lifeboat, while the 2 remaining, the Russian cosmonauts, tried to fix a leak that's been going on since Monday. So far, they've stopped repairing the leak and everyone was allowed back onto the International Space Station. So basically, cracks and leaks have been continuing, but nothing to see here. Let's go around. Let's start with you again, Don.
Okay, so worst news. Amazon surpassed Walmart as the world's largest company measured by sales. And this is bad news is because Amazon is an online store. It doesn't have a physical storefront. So what's happening here? People are so lazy. They're buying stuff online so they can sit home on their couch. Somebody else delivers their package to their door. Before you know it, if you guys seen the movie WALL-E, we're going to be those people on the hover chairs where they can't even move anymore.
All right, Cindy.
If you are a Chicago Bears fan, you will be very sad about this. That the Bears Board of Directors have met and they voted to advance the stadium development project to Hammond, Indiana. So it looks like they'll still be apparently in the Chicago Bears. However, their stadium will be in Indiana, and it's not completed yet. The mayor and Governor Pritzker have said, hey, it's not a done deal, not a done deal. But all the options in Chicago and Illinois fell apart, and Indiana is welcoming them with open arms.
All right, Chris?
Worst is there's a guy in Brooklyn posts on Zillow a new listing, a house, $5.99 million, $6 million. He wants to be paid in Anthropic stock or Bitcoin. I think this is terrible. Bitcoin went down up 25% this month.
Not SpaceX.
Anthropic, exactly. Anthropic is probably going to have a $1 trillion valuation, but it hasn't come out yet. But you have, allegedly, one of their co-founders saying that he's encouraging recruits to get hobbies that aren't computers, saying that there's going to be a superhuman coder with nation-state hacking capabilities soon. So, scares me too much. Stay away from that. Get paid in cash or gold like Roman.
All right, let's transition to weird stories. So, Don, let's not break a record. Let's start with you.
Okay, do you guys know that banana artwork? It's basically a blank canvas and a duct taped banana on the canvas. Well, it was stolen. So this is terrible. Banana was stolen. And the museum is not amused by this. They filed a legal complaint and they assured the visitors that they have resolved the problem. They're saying here, the perishable component of the work has been replaced. So they're making it sound more sophisticated than it is. They basically re-duct tape the banana.
Beautiful.
And not a publicity stunt at all, I'm sure of it.
All right, Cindy.
This is weird, disturbing, bad. On America's Got Talent the other day, Chinese robots got a massive reception. So Unitree, that's making these humanoid robots, and a very accomplished dancer went out there, and the thing is completely propaganda. It's on X, which of course is banned in China, with all the CCP media putting it out there, saying, "Look at this." I don't know if they paid America's Got Talent. I don't know how it happened, but it just seems ridiculous to me. They're just kind of gobbling up, this soft power propaganda. And I mean, they're just trying to make it look like, oh, these nice, we entertain you with our killer robots, I mean, that's basically what it is. And they made them slightly diminutive, right? I'm sure they could have had life-size or even bigger robots, but no, they want to give the impression that these are, happy and we should welcome them into America, which I think is really a bad idea.
All right, Chris.
Weird, Disturbing, Bad is my autobiography title, by the way, but it's also it's going to be my story too. So Russia considers allowing 12-year-olds to work amid war-linked labor shortage. I think this is horrific. It tells you the loss that's going on in Russia right now. You have a civil commissioner, Olga Yaroslavskaya, and she wanted to revive youth work programs in Russia. Let them stay home. Let them have a childhood. There's so much destruction going on there. Let them enjoy that. Keep them out of the furnaces. Thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to go into history for mine. So there's a new 120 million-year-old fossil found in China. It's giving scientists more insight into a group of predatory dinosaurs. These are microraptors, small little animals there. They're about the size of a barn owl, and this was found in China. It's shedding light on, flight and how they could have flown. You see them on screen, they're four-winged. But it's basically believed that they inhabited the ground, but they could also climb and glide between trees. So there you have it, a little bit of history. But Chris, Cindy, and Don, thanks for joining us.